guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie and I got new hair. It's a little bit more violet than I wanted. For some reason it just turned out this way, but I still like it. It's also like 7 inches shorter, so that's a thing now. Anyway, today I'm going to be giving you my October book haul. I have been on a book buying ban pretty much all year, but I haven't said it on my channel because I still buy at least 10 books a month, even though I tell myself I'm not going to spend any more money on books because I have all of these books that I still have to read. But I'm officially going to hold myself accountable. I cannot buy any books for the rest of the year. I can get books for Christmas if someone wants to gift them to me, like family members. They always give me books for Christmas because they know that's pretty much all I want. But other than that, I should not be hauling any more books for the rest of the year. Let's hope I stick to that. So this is my last book outlet purchase of the year. Hopefully, I also recently bought some books at the thrift store, and I have quite a few books to show you, just like always. I'm going to start with the books I got at the thrift store. First, I have Queen of Camelot by Nancy McKenzie. I, like a month ago, posted on Twitter that I was looking for some King Arthur retellings because I've just been in the mood for that. There's not that many retellings out there. However, another booktuber recommended this book to me, and I know it's not explicitly about King Arthur, but it is still supposed to be good and I still wanted to read it. So when I found it at the thrift store, I was like, okay, why not? Might as well get it. I mean, I got it for $1.50, and otherwise I probably would have spent like 17 bucks on it. I don't know how expensive it is, but anyway, it's an adult hardcover, so I get a good deal on a book that I was already wanting to read. I also found Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate, and this is a book that my mom read a couple months ago and she really loved, and you know, like, that's a big deal for my mom. And so when she recommended this to me, I added it to my TBR because she said it was really good. It's a historical fiction, and she told me more about it, but it kind of spoils the plot, so I'm not going to tell you anything that I know about this book beyond it's a historical fiction. I saw it at the thrift store and I did like a little mini freak out because I was going to listen to the audiobook from Libby, but it's like a 6-month wait, and I'm already on a 6-month waiting list for several other books right now, so I will probably just be reading this physical book now that I have it. I also snagged A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Honestly, I've heard about this book so many times, but I still don't know what it's about. I'm pretty sure it's a children's story though, and it has a lot of awards, so it's supposed to be really good. Everyone seems to love this book, but I haven't been interested in it enough to actually purchase it for myself, so when I found it for $1 at the thrift store, I picked it up because, I mean, why not? It's $1. Okay, next I have to show you all of the books that I purchased from Book Outlet. I love making purchases from Book Outlet because I can get like 13 books that I'm already interested in for like $35. It's great, but it is a money trap. Definitely. First, I have A Million Junes by Emily Henry. This is a book that I actually listened to the audiobook for like a month or two ago, and I really liked it. So when I found it on Book Outlet, I decided to purchase my own copy of it because I liked it so much. This is a YA paranormal urban fantasy novel. It follows two teenagers who are a part of feuding families, and they have been for like the last century, and because they hate each other so much, they blame all the bad luck that they have on the other family, and they're not allowed to like interact with each other at all. But these two characters have pretty much grown up as neighbors, and they've spied on each other from afar throughout their childhood, but they've never actually met. However, one day when they're older, they actually meet by accident, and they start to form a friendship together, and they team up together to figure out what happened between their families. Why are they so estranged? Why do they hate each other so much? Also, I mentioned that there is some paranormal and urban fantasy elements to this book as well. This book features two different ghosts. One is good and one is evil, and they kind of have something to do with these families' past. And the two main characters investigate the past of these ghosts because it's somehow connected to their families. Next, I have Avalon High by Meg Cabot. This, I believe, was turned into a Disney Channel movie a long time ago. I used to watch it all the time, even though like it's not that great of a movie. Like, I still loved it, still watched it all the time. And for some reason, like, King Arthur just like fascinates me. And this is like a weird high school reincarnation of King Arthur retelling type thing. It's kind of complicated, but not really actually. Basically, the main character moves to this new town and she starts at her new high school and she becomes wrapped up in all these different friendships and relationships, and they have all been brought together for a reason because they are all being reincarnated as the King Arthur characters. So like King Arthur, Queen Guinevere, wow, that's a mouthful, and like Lancelot, all those characters are being reincarnated into these high school students. I've mentioned that I've been in the mood for a King Arthur retelling, and I mean, this is one that I've had my eye on for a long time. I just couldn't justify spending money on it because I'm sure it's really cheesy and really corny, and I'm sure it's probably not that great. But I loved this movie when I was younger, and I feel like even though this book probably isn't that good, I will still love it. I'm excited about it. Next, I have all the books in the Jacoby series by William Ryder, and honestly, I don't know what the series is about, except it's like about this teenage detective, I think, and it's historical fiction. Okay, so he is an investigator of supernatural beings. This is a series that I've seen around for the last several years, but I haven't heard that much about it, and for some reason, I just feel like this is like a hidden gem. I feel like this is going to be one of those series that I actually really like that no one talks about, and I feel like it's just a really underrated series. I mean, I don't know that because I haven't read them, but I just have this feeling that they're going to be really good. Hence why I bought all of them. Next, I have The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson. This is an old YA fantasy series that lots of people love. However, I mean, it's been so long since this book came out. When did it come out? It's been a while. 2011. I still haven't read this series, so I figured I would actually give it a try because it's not really talked about that much anymore, but people love it. So I don't want to miss out on a series that I could potentially really love just because it's old and I missed out because I wasn't a reader back then, I guess. So I'm going to try this first book, and if I like the first book, then I will obviously buy the rest and read the rest. I don't know what this series is about at all, but I mean, this is the tagline: once a century, one person is chosen for greatness. So I guess the main character is the chosen one, and she has to become the secret wife of a king, and then there's a revolutionary who thinks she could save his people. I've heard it's really good. Next, I have How to Love by Katie Cotugno. I have bought a couple of Katie Cotugno's books within the last couple months, and I still haven't even tried to read one. So I hope I actually like this author because I've spent a lot of money on their books. Basically, what I've gathered from this book is there's this girl, she's always really liked this one boy, and he's never paid her any attention. However, now she's moved on, she has a daughter, and she's fine with how her life is now, but then suddenly he actually starts to pay attention to her and they start to form a relationship, I'm assuming. So it's probably going to be very dramatic and a lot of angst, which I'm here for. I also got How to Be Bad by E. Lockhart, Sarah Milnowski, and Lauren Miracle. There's a dog at my window. This book follows three main characters. You have Vix, who is the wild child whose boyfriend left for college and isn't returning any of her calls. You have Mel, who is the good girl in expensive jeans who just wants everyone to like her. I'm sorry, but that's really, wow. And then you have Jessie, who will do whatever it takes to avoid facing a life-altering secret. I got this book because of E. Lockhart. I like E. Lockhart's books so far. This looks cute. It looks like a good summer contemporary. So I got it. I also got Tonight the Streets Are Ours by Leela Sales. I read The Song Will Save Your Life by Leela Sales earlier this year and absolutely loved it. It was so good, and the direction rap and everything was spot on for me. So I wanted to pick up more of this author's works. I really don't know what this book is about. That's kind of a common theme in this video, apparently. Apparently there's a road trip in this book, but I'm sure it's about much deeper things than that, just because Leela Sales. And lastly, I got Only a Breath Apart by Katie McGarry. Katie McGarry is an author that I've been interested in reading their books for a while, and this one has a really cute cover, so I decided to give it a try. Okay, so apparently this book is not what I thought it was at all. So there's like curses and folklore, and one of the main characters is a psychic. I didn't know that, but I'm assuming it's also a romance. Basically, the main character, Jesse, believes that they are cursed, and in order to break this curse, they have to befriend this girl named Scarlet, which they used to be close with, but they like froze out is the way that the synopsis puts it. It sounds a lot more interesting than it looks, apparently. Okay, those are all of the books that I bought in the month of October. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you want to see more bookish content by me, let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of these and which ones you think I should make a priority to read. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.